Hello, welcome back. So I finished my literal hour-long selling spree. That's how much stuff we picked up from the vulture's nest. Or roost, or whatever it was called. Very annoying. Very annoying, but Andreja does actually want to talk to us now, so let's see what she has to say.
It has been a relief to be honest with you about my past. I appreciate your willingness to listen. But talking about this, remembering all those years, has brought back some unsettling memories.
Not right now. Oh, that's a sarcastic jerk thing to say. That's also just kind of a sarcastic jerk thing to say. Well, I'm here for you if you need someone to listen.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me. I have told you that I spent many years coordinating with smugglers along the edges of the settled systems. There were men and women I worked alongside closely. And over time, I established relationships. They were not of the promised, but I considered them friends.
What do you mean, promised?
It describes the people of House Varun. We who have been promised to serve the Great Serpent now and forever. In exchange, he promises to care for us when he returns to his domain.
Right. Even us heathens. Oh, that's so mean. You sound surprised.
Yes, very. It was not what I was expecting. You must understand. I was raised to believe that those who do not follow the Great Serpent do not matter. For they are lost. Their fate is fixed and grim. And yet here were these men and women with hopes and dreams, delights and aversions. It felt like a small betrayal of my people, of House Varun, but I cared for my friends. And then I lost them.
We've all lost people. It's never easy losing a friend.
It's not something I have much experience with. It was so sudden. We had met on a remote planet to transfer cargo. And zealots appeared in force, seemingly out of nowhere. There was barely time to react. So many were cut down immediately. I believe my years of training saved me, got me moving when others faltered. I retreated to my ship immediately. But I left them all behind. Aaron Bascom and Jada Wong. They were my friends, and I abandoned them. And in the years since, I have never looked for them.
They're probably dead. You've never checked up on them?
No. I told myself it's because I never had the time, but in truth, I was scared of what I'd find.
How long has it been?
10 years.
Jeez.
I was immediately reassigned to another role, light years away.
You're worried they're blaming you for leaving them.
No, maybe. I don't know. It all happened so fast, and I've had so much time since then to replay it in my head. Wonder if I should have done things differently. In my time getting to know you, I have thought more and more of all this. How little sense it all made, how I never really knew what happened or what became of my friends. My connection to you has reminded me what it means to trust someone, to be there for them. And I can no longer live with not knowing. I need to finally pursue this. I would like you with me when I do. I do not know what we will find, but I know it will be easier with you at my side.
Ah, fuck, this is tough. Because we're on the ship and Sarah can probably hear this conversation. I'd do anything for you, Andreja.
Thank you. That is... I'm sorry, I am not used to someone being so considerate on my behalf.
It's hardly flirting.
I am not sure where they might be now, but I believe we should begin the search in Aquila City. That is where I last saw Erin Bascom.
Okay. So, that's actually her quest. Wasn't quite expecting that so suddenly, so soon. But... Hold on.
How are you?
Reach Aquila City. Oh, I can ask her questions as well. Well, let's trade.
I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
So I do have a significantly better version of that gun that I can give her. There we go. Can I ask you some questions about our journey to find your friends?
Of course. What would you like to know?
Oh. Why did House Varun rely on smugglers?
House Varun is in a distant corner of space, far away from the rest of the settled systems. While this serves our interests, it can also pose challenges. Many critical resources are scarce, and diplomatic relations with the United Colonies and Freestar Collective were tense at the best of times. It was the most practical way to acquire what we need, without raising too many questions. Still is.
Huh. How do you know that anyone else is still alive?
I do not know, not for sure. I did not see them fall that day, and I suppose I have hoped they survived. I admit I have not investigated before now, at least in part because of what I feared I might learn.
Right. And what can you tell me about Erin Bascom?
He is a quiet man, reserved. I believe he had lived through a great many hardships, though he never spoke of them. I never felt it proper to ask. He valued his personal space and quiet moments. It was one thing we always shared in common. Years ago, I had heard he was alive, but did not attempt to contact him. I did not feel it was right. I hope this is not a mistake.
I can't think of anything else.
All right. If you have more questions, I shall do my best to answer them.
Got any money?
Indeed I do. All yours.
Cool.
Very good.
Very good. I gotta figure out how the hell to get back to my cockpit. Holy crap. There's something I gotta do. It's fix the layout of this ship, because it is disastrous. It's really bad. But I mean, so much of this ship is fused parts that it's gonna be genuinely hard to put anything back where it needs to go. So I guess Charybdis can wait. Again, it's gonna have to wait again. Let's head to Aquila.
This city is so large, yet retains a sort of rustic feel. I find it comforting.
I find it detestable and hideous. So we gotta talk to her at Aggie's, huh?
You do not
Interesting.
want to go outside the city wall.
I know Aquila City rather well. Perhaps better than I would like.
I'm also gonna use the space AK.
Such a bonehead move.
Mostly because I want to see how it works. Because I've yet to actually shoot it.
Something to report?
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the settlement systems.
Yes, Aggies. I have spent far too much time here. I do not recommend it. He is not here.
Or leave.
I am disappointed, but relieved somehow?
Maybe we should try somewhere else.
No. This is the only place he would be. I know him well enough to know that. Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Oh, okay.
If you're here about the blood stain, I'll get to it when I get to it.
I'm looking for Erin Bascom.
You ain't here looking for Erin. She is.
Hello, Aggie. I was unsure whether you would remember me. It has been a long time.
I ain't likely to forget you anytime soon.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one blundering in here with her in tow, asking questions.
Don't worry about her. You're dealing with me.
Don't try to play tough with me. I ain't got the time or the patience for it.
I can
She
shoot you
didn't
right here
ruin
if you
Aaron's
want.
life enough the first time, huh? Back for more?
Ruined his life? How dare you?
Did she tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some godforsaken rock in the middle of nowhere?
We just like to know that he's safe.
Now, after all this time, you could have dropped in any time in, the last 9 years or so. Maybe that wouldn't have been too convenient for you, though. Aaron sat in that corner for years, scared of his own shadow, convinced the damned zealots were coming back to finish the job. The few credits he had to rub together that didn't get spent on drink, he spent on setting himself up someplace where they couldn't find him. Wouldn't trust anyone that walked through the door. Only ever talked to me when he was drunk enough.
Well, clearly you care about him. And we do too.
If either of you cared, you wouldn't just be showing up now. Aaron ain't been in here for almost a year now. Showed up one day saying he'd gone and got himself set up on Hyla too, thanking me for letting him stay here so often. It was the closest I'd seen him to happy in I don't know how long. And that was it. Never came through the door again.
Did he ever mention me?
You mean, did he blame you? That's what you want to know. I know guilt when I see it. Don't try and deny it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. Believed you were one of the good ones, right up until the last time I talked to him. Me? I don't think your kind has good ones.
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier-than-thou bullshit and your great serpent and shove 'em.
You dare insult me like this when I have come to you asking for help. I should kill you where you stand.
Let's just calm down. We're not here to hurt anyone.
Fine. Fine. Let us leave this place at once.
Well, this has been so much fun. You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever shows up again. But honestly, I'm hoping he doesn't.
Hey.
Oh.
We have something to go on at least. I am grateful that you showed some compassion, despite that woman's attitude. I do not have your patience.
Hey, don't worry about it. The game didn't give me a choice. I kind of wanted to attack her. It was the truth. Nothing more or less.
And yet it is my past we are trying to clear up. That is... It means a lot. I'm eager to reach Hyla too, and speak to Aaron. Perhaps there is something we can do to help him. Provide him a sense of safety.
Ah. Can I ask more questions?
Yes, please.
Never
We
mind.
will speak again. I'm sure.
Alright, Hyla 2. Hyla 2. Not sure I've ever been there. Oh, that's quite the distance. Looks like we can make the jump, though. Aaron's camp. That's where we gotta go, right? Oh, talk to Andreja again. Okay.
Never quite had a friend like you.
Oh, no, she's on this floor. There she is.
We should be on our guard here. If we could detect the camp from orbit, it means others could too. And I have no idea what fortifications he may have. When we arrive, would you let me speak to him first? I think that is important right now.
Yeah, I'll let you do the talking.
Thank you. From what Aggie said, it sounds like he has been rather paranoid for years now. That, too, I fear, is my fault. Let us proceed slowly and carefully. I do not want to antagonize him.
Yeah. Now we can go to the camp. So I have, like, zero knowledge on this quest. I have no idea.
Time to land this ship.
Oh wow, we didn't even get a landing sequence. That kind of sucks. Because this planet actually looks pretty cool. I wish it wasn't nighttime, but still. I like a good island setting. Well, with heavy gravity, though, that kind of blows. This place is pretty neat. Oh, they're gonna make us trek a little bit to get to his place anyway. Oh, defeat the zealots, huh? Man, I should have slept. I should have slept. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a little stone tower location. This thing shoots incredibly fast for an AK. See what I mean? Holy shit! Okay, his house is not stealing. That guy's tough. Andreja, I could use some help over here. Ah, god damn. Nice little helmet. Not good enough, I'm afraid. Ooh, money. I'm sure he won't mind.
I thought I saw something. I need to be sure. I don't know what to say. I thought there would be a chance to speak to him. To make amends. Or at least to hear him curse me for leaving him. I was prepared to accept that. I did not think I would find him like this. At least these vermin didn't get him. He's been gone for... Well, clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jada Wong. I am sure of it. This cannot all be for nothing. I wish I had thought to check on Aaron sooner. May you find favor in all things.
There's no way, though. 'Cause, like... He only just came to this place a year ago. So how would it even be possible? Well, she said to search around, but he's clearly got a nice little garage over here. Damn, son. The hell is this thing? He's got all sorts of crap in here. I guess that's why it's technically not stealing, because he's already dead. Staggering Equinox, meh. Meh. How the hell would I even get up here? I guess there's just really long stairs. Yep. Just really long stairs. And nothing of value up here. Alright, let's check his house. Well, he does have a ship. Unless that's a Varun ship. Might be a Varun ship, actually. Yeah, that looks like a Varun ship. So I think Varun ships use Stroud Eklund pieces for some reason, even though Stroud Eklund is a more recent company. And they never really lead into that. There should be Varun-specific ship pieces, but there just aren't. I mean, that's nice, but is it nicer than the one I have? Probably not. Well, kind of want to hold on to this. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to that. I want a contraband cache, of course. Of course! I'm gonna leave that alone. Because I don't want to spend another... Oh, and there's Varun Heretic shit here. Oh, hey! Nice. Aaron's slate. I know the last few years have been tough. I know you think we should just hide away from the world, but I can't do that. We've lost so many good people, and the monsters that are responsible are still out there. Their fake serpent god won't punish them for what they did, but someone has to, so it's gonna be me. I've joined the UC Vanguard. I know you tell me that's risky with our past, but it turns out it's not a problem. Remember how we used to joke about the Den being so lax about patrolling? Turns out that works for background checks, too, and now, when I find those zealots, I'll have the UC backing me up. They're not getting away. Once I've got my hands on them, we can find out if they've heard of this Tomisar Kadik you mentioned. I'll send word when it's over. So who fucking buried him? Just taking a seat there?
You found something. Please, let me see it. I should have guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way.
If she went out hunting zealots, what are the odds she's still alive?
For anyone else, I would say the chances of survival are slim. But for Jada... she is alive and on a mission. I would bet my life on it. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted. There was concern she would be unreliable. As time went on, we called on her more and more often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively. She was sharp, a skilled pilot and very, very determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement, how she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her. But before we go, I've discovered something else. And I do not know what to make of it. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the Zealots to find him. That they knew where to look for him.
But he built this place specifically to hide from them.
And yet, we found them here searching for him. How did they know? What bothers me, though, is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadik.
Well, that's certainly a name I don't know. But you know that name, don't you?
Yes, I do. For all of my assignments in the settled systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Barun. From him, I have received my orders, and he is the person to whom I have reported my success. He does not work with anyone outside House Barun, and I am the only one who knows how and where to find him. Aaron should never have heard of him.
Well, if you know where he is, let's go ask him what's going on.
It is hardly that simple. We must first make sure that Jada is safe, and perhaps she will be able to shed light on this. Let us head for the den.
Right. To the den. Man, I should have taken the fucking contraband, because we're going to the den. Son of a bitch. Oh well. I hate how far away it puts us from the den when we spawn. Such an unnecessary amount of travel time, just slowing the game down.
Docking procedure is complete.
Either she is here, or someone will know where we can find her. She is still alive. I know it. Someone here must have useful information. Of course. What would you like to know?
Ah! So how does the den figure into all of this?
It is relatively well trafficked, but there are fewer prying eyes than some other locations. The UC Vanguard has operated out of the den for some time, but they are poorly staffed and supplied. It can be a good handoff point for smugglers.
And what else can you tell me about this Tomasar Kadik?
I understand he has connections within the High Council. I do not know much more about him. It was never my job to know. As I have said, he is the one who has given me assignments. He sent me to hire smugglers like Aaron and Jada, and coordinate transport missions for them. He would have known their names, but I cannot imagine that he would ever contact them directly.
Interesting.
Another time.
Hi. Please
Couple of
disregard
people to talk to.
unaccepted and informal
This
plea.
douchebag.
I am
Hands down, the
satisfied
best
with the
pilot
results.
in this dump. Don't let anyone tell you different.
I'm looking for Jada Huang.
Jada? I'm not really supposed to be giving out that kind of information. But hey, you did me a favor with that whole commendation thing. So, I saw Jada with Reyna. Something about zealots in the Groombridge system, and how she was going after them no matter what. She was really wound up about it. Sounded urgent and pretty serious. Hey, you didn't hear this from me, okay?
Alright. Well, that's pretty
Okay, then.
convenient. I have no idea who Reyna is, though. Can I ask her about it?
If there is something I can do, please. Yes, please. Look after
Nope.
yourself,
Cool. I'm gonna board the ship this time. Because I need to sleep and get my health back. Hello, beds. What the hell? Sleep for an hour. Good enough.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, sweet pea.
God, I love all these unskippable cutscenes after cutscene, a loading screen just to undock. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, whoops, and I gotta sit through a loading screen, another loading screen, oh, fuck me. Undock, there we go, another cutscene. Dude, I just can't get over how fucking annoying this game is. That's another thing I meant to talk about. Regarding the mods and how people keep saying, oh, the mods will save the game. No, they won't. No, they won't. The guy who made Skyrim Together already abandoned his project because the game is too boring. The guy who made Xedit for Skyrim, which is basically the tool that people use to make mods anyway, basically straight up said, yeah, the game's really boring and it sucks. So there might not even be a good way to mod this game in the future. So I really don't know what people are expecting to come of it, but it ain't gonna be good.
Board's all green. Successful jump.
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business. Who the hell are you? And what are
What are you doing out here?
I was setting up an ambush, but odds are that you've blown it. And my question still stands. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm here with Andreja. We've been looking for you.
You're what? You've got to be kidding me. You show up here now of all times? Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound. Too late to run. Sure hope you're prepared for a fight.
Well, okay, I guess so.
Enemy shields are gone.
Their craft drive is crippled. They're not escaping.
Engine vaporized.
Enemy shield system has been damaged. The craft drive.
I'm sure not going anywhere for a while. So why don't you tell me what the hell you think you're doing, showing up here now?
Andreja's trying to make up for what happened years ago.
10 years after the fact? With nothing in between? You'll have to forgive me if I find that hard to believe. Suspicious, even. Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear.
She's got a pretty cool looking ship.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
How can you possibly show your face?
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer?
We're just here to check up on you. Make sure you're all right.
Okay. Clearly I'm fine, relatively speaking. You've got some explaining to do, though. What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me.
You hate zealots. We hate zealots. Andreja was worried about you.
Worried? Worried she hadn't finished me off, maybe. I knew it was only a matter of time.
What are you talking about? I have never acted against you.
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled. Told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together. We're friends. So I went after the zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen.
If you're so sure of this, then let's see the proof. Convince us. Oh, wait. You were working with House Varun. Why would they want to kill you?
Because we were a loose end! We knew things. Locations, names. They never trusted us. We were just a mess that needed cleaning up.
What did you do that needed cleaning, though? Whatever. If you're so sure of this, then let's see the proof. Convince us.
I don't have... It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years. Slates, communications, interrogations.
A name, Jada. Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar! Tomasar Kadik! That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots!
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No! I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the Serpent himself, I would never betray you. I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this! I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it.
So, you think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down. Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both! Get back to your ship!
I smile today in the knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge years ago? The awful that escaped our righteous justice.
You pathetic, crying cults who betrayed the charge laid upon them by the Great Serpent. Gave you over to us to atone for their sins.
It always irks me that you escaped the fate you deserved. But now, the Serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name, I will cleanse your filth from this universe.
That's kind of funny that he kept talking long after his ship exploded. And I guess we just redock. Is that right?
Green lights on outer
That's so
hatch.
dumb.
We're docked.
I do not understand. It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying.
He seemed pretty sure of himself.
Zealots have interpreted the teachings of Jinan Barun in the most hostile way possible, and are convinced they are the only true followers of the Great Serpent. They have always been certain in their beliefs and actions. Does not make them correct. Something about this does not feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Barun values secrecy above nearly all else. Those of us sent out into the settled systems, we cannot return.
Huh. They can't force you to stay away forever.
Maybe not forever, but certainly until our mission has been accomplished. When we are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Barun's domain. We do not jump ourselves. We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, our homeworld. We literally cannot return. Only a select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I can never go home. Unless I am permitted.
Well... Huh. There must be some other way.
Perhaps there is. I cannot travel to my home, but I can reach out another way. But it means putting you in danger in a way you have not been before. I cannot say for certain what will happen.
Well, I didn't have anything else to do today. There's been plenty of danger so far.
And we have survived this, yes, but what comes next is different. I just want to make that clear. There is an old derelict star station where I may get answers. I know that seems vague. It will become clear when we arrive.
After just waltzing in here, like nothing ever happened. Unbelievable. The two of you have got a lot of goddamn nerve.
I guess we're just done with her?
I have things for you.
Yep, I guess so. The raptor's just kinda done. Okie dokie. Where does it want us to go now? Derelict Station, huh? And this is in Murford. Okay.
I will never get tired of that. We have a clean dock, right on the money.
See what we're dealing with. So far, this is like the best companion
Follow me.
quest.
How can I
I will
be
say
of
again,
service, Captain?
there is danger for you here, likely for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered.
It seems like such a waste of resources.
They are an excellent place to hide in plain sight.
Is that a door?
Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Keep your weapons at your side. Do not make any sudden moves. Do nothing to appear hostile.
What are we walking into here?
This is the only place I can get answers. The only connection I have to House Varun. Please give me a moment.
Nah. Yeah, it was a door. Yeah, those are some bright lights. Interesting. She walks so strangely.
And it seems you have brought someone with you, which is disappointing. Completely against the rules of our arrangement. Do you care to explain yourself before I relay this to the High Council?
Is she supposed to be talking?
I am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomisar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken. Or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomisar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. No one wants to make accusations they might regret. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you. You have turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand.
I'm just here to support my friend. Something it seems she's been lacking.
Insolence! You have corrupted her!
I said enough! This is between you and me.
This has gone far enough. Talk some sense into her at once. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun.
Can I just shoot him outright? You think you can just keep lying?
I have already said this is a misunderstanding.
Oh, please. Yeah, you know, you're in a pretty bad position here.
No. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home. You must make her listen to reason.
He is responsible. He deserves to die.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything!
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not?
Isn't there some other way?
I do not know. Maybe. Maybe if the High Council sees what he has done.
Then show the council. Let them deal with him.
Fine. Consider yourself fortunate. You get to live.
This is not over. The High Council will hear of your treason.
Perhaps they will hear of your actions as well, Tomisar. Think on that. Come. Let us leave this place. I wish to return to the lodge.
You will regret this!
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
There's actually no consequence for killing him?
A pleasure. Of course. What would you like to know? We will
Nothing,
speak
I
again.
guess. get it. No, 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 no. It just, Andreja has dealt with Tomasar and learned about what happened to her so many years ago. She wishes to return to the lodge. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna load that save a second ago. Because I should have quick saved there. I should have hard saved there, frankly. I'm gonna reload and do that real quick, and then we'll cut back to the lodge if nothing changes.
Fine. Consider yourself fortunate. You get to live.
This is not over. The High Council will hear of your treason.
Perhaps they will hear of your actions as well, Tomisar. Think on that. Come. Let us leave this place. I wish to return to the lodge.
You will regret this!
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
Oh, that's so funny. Has he got any loot lying around? Oh, he does. He does indeed have loot lying around. Oh, and a boss chest in the background. It's pretty funny. Really, dude, you really can just shoot him in the fucking head when the conversation's over. That is crazy. And she doesn't react to it. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's just amazing. That's great. You know? I wouldn't have it any other way. I am kind of glad we get to see, like, he really does just eat shit and die. That is kind of nice. But it is almost, like, this is probably the most anticlimactic of all of them.
Howell, greeting.
Right, Sarah's had the biggest climax to it. No, that's not true. Sam's had the biggest climax to it, but it still felt, like, uneventful. And it also didn't really help that, like, I was not prepped for combat for that fight. Now we have to accompany Andreja to the lodge, which is interesting. So I am curious what she will say, because of the fact that I shot him afterwards. Like, will that affect the outcome? Because she didn't have an immediate reaction. I would feel like she should have an immediate reaction to me shooting him in the head like that. She'll probably be, like, super upset. I can't believe you killed him.
Does have excellent lodging.
So where does she want to go and talk?
Spend so much time looking at the scans. I can see star systems orbiting in my head.
Oh, in her room, it would seem. It's kind of odd. Why would she bring me into her room? I don't like that.
Always good to speak with a friend. Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that After all that has happened, I am unsure of my place in House Varun. This room may now be the only place I have left to call home.
The Lodge will always be here for you. We all will.
Yes. I know that I am not completely alone. And that offers some comfort. But it is more complicated than that. I do not know how to live without some connection to House Varun. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that?
Ooh. Connection was never through Tomasar, that is true. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. You don't need House Varun, you have a family in Constellation. Probably won't be comforting to her. Because I'm not trying to de-religiousize her. So I'm gonna go with this one. Your connection to the Great Serpent was never through Tomasar. It's still there. Inside you.
Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this, the most turbulent time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me.
That's what friends are for, yeah?
I have never had a best friend, but I believe that sounds right. So if we are to be best friends, then I shall do everything I can to be there for you, in the way that you have for me. How can I sit here feeling sorry for myself when there is so much for us to do?
Hey. Mission accomplished.
Yes? You need something? Yes, of course.
Oh, I'd like to know more about House Varun.
I am not surprised you have questions.
Holy shit. There's so much here. Well, before I even dive into this, I'd just like to say, yeah, shooting Tomasar in the head has 0 consequences. They did not account for you killing him after you made her make the choice to not kill him. You can basically rob the kill, which is what I did. Which is insane. I think thematically it's more appropriate for her to kill him, but I don't care, cause like she doesn't aim for the head like I do. I get those nice, satisfying headshots, make sure he's dead. She would just shoot him in the gut.
Are you alright?
But yeah, like that's a little bit of a weak ending, not gonna lie. Although I do think this quest is probably the best out of all 4 of them. I almost forgot Barrett had a quest. I think this one's the best out of all 4 of them. I do like the detective stuff with Barrett, but it is also, like, it's short-lived, and there's not really a whole lot going on. Sarah's quest is still probably the most exciting. Sam's is the most climactic, because you do have to, you get to take out a bunch of Syndicate guys. But this is probably the tightest one. This is probably the best written quest.
Did you need a moment?
It's still sloppy, right? Like, the timeline-wise doesn't make sense how Aaron is, like, long dead and buried in a year. Who buried him? Who killed him? Why is House Varun still chilling out in his house? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know. There's still some dumb shit with this quest, but I think thematically it's probably the tightest one, because Sarah's failed miserably in terms of thematics. Like, Sarah Morgan is just a terrible person as a result of her quest, unfortunately. Whereas Andreja kind of comes into her own with this quest, and it works pretty well. So what's it like being part of House Varun?
It is not for the faint of heart, I assure you. To know what the future will bring, what will be not just your fate, but that of all those around you. And yet to have no choice but to keep that to yourself. It is a challenge. But as I have told you, it also fills me with purpose. And that purpose is what guides me and drives me.
Can you explain the Great Serpent?
You might as well just ask me to explain the universe. Here is what I can tell you. The Great Serpent revealed himself to Jinan Barun decades ago. He explained that it was he who had created this galaxy and breathed life into it. And while he had slumbered after his creation, he would return soon. And when he did, those who had served him in his stead would be rewarded, while the rest were cast into shadow. And so, for generations, we have prepared for his return.
You think you'll ever return home?
I wish I could say. We allowed Tomisar to live, but he may well defame me before the High Council in an effort to save himself. I will have to make sure that what we discovered reaches the High Council. I do not know how. But that is for me to do on my own.
We're really just gonna ignore the fact that I killed him. Amazing. Does it bother you, being away from your people?
I am human. Of course it bothers me. But I have a mission. And my mission helps preserve the lives and safety of my people. That is more important than my personal feelings.
Nah. You worry about people finding out?
For all that I have seen and experienced, I have never been as afraid as the day Sarah and Vladimir confronted me. But they agreed to keep my secret. And they have held true to their word. That surprised me, but also gave me some amount of comfort. I know that most would not react the same. House Varun is still widely hated in the settled systems. And that sentiment will not change anytime soon. It is, after all, much of the reason I was sent here in the first place.
I don't understand. If she's supposed to be hiding, why the fuck is she just straight up decked out in House Varun attire? Like, she should be blending in a bit more. That is kind of dumb. And also, it seems like only Sarah and Vladimir know? So Barrett, Noel, Mateo, Walter, and Sam just don't know? Like, that's crazy. I don't know if I believe that. So why does House Varun send out undercover agents?
You know, of course, of our tumultuous history with the people of the settled systems. Few have forgiven the Serpent's crusade. The High Council worries that many would still plot to wipe us out completely. And so we watch. We look for warning signs and we send word back. And it does not help that we are unfortunately still dependent on supplies. Life on the edge of the settled systems is difficult, and no one will formally trade with us. So agents also help oversee deals with smugglers and the operations needed to transport supplies back home.
Huh. Okay. So that sounds completely infeasible.
Of course. Thank you for the conversation and everything.
Alright. Where's my room? Where's my room? That's Mateo's, right? No. Holy shit, where's my room? There it is. There it is. I need to dump my weapon. This thing. Store that for now. Because this one's 10% damage against human. The other one's cornered. Which is nice, but I feel like this 10%'s a little bit more consistent. Alright, so that kind of wrapped up pretty neatly.
Hey, let me know when you're ready to take me along with you.
You know, I'm actually gonna have Charybdis wait a bit. I'm getting kind of sick and tired of doing side quest bullshit. Let's wrap up Ryujin real quick. Let's just get it over with. Which means I do need to change my outfit, actually. It's been a hot second. What was I wearing? This one, right? Yeah, because that looks nice. That's a nice fit. It's a nice fit you got there. I don't really have a Ryujin spacesuit, because I don't think that really means anything.